Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you've been here for a while or you've been watching my Transfer Tuesday videos, I had talked about one of our goals we had this year. We wanted to be able to pay down our mortgage to be able to drop the PMI insurance. Well, since then, kind of in the last month, we decided to kind of abandon that goal, just knowing that the money being put towards that probably could be better spent elsewhere since the interest rates are so low. We've kind of decided to pivot away from that. But what I wanted to do in this video was just to talk about the process that we have used and the progress that we have made. So we purchased our home in the beginning of September in 2020. So we've owned our home for only 2 years. And what I did was I wanted to track that. Obviously our goal is to pay it off faster than the 30-year mortgage that we signed up for. So the amount for the actual mortgage that we took was $365,000 is what we financed. So I'm going to include a graphic here just to show the progress that we have made over that past 2 years. So the first year we went from $365 down to $356, so about $9,000. But then from 2021 to September 1st, because our last mortgage payment just processed, we went down to $340,535. So we've been able to pay down like $16,000 in the past year towards that. And that's with us now kind of letting off the gas on that. And this graphic doesn't really show it very well because it's a large scale when we're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars. But going from $365,000 to $340,000, so $25,000 in owning the home for only 2 years, I think is rather impressive. I'm also going to show, we started tracking in July of 2021 and really breaking out, looking at what we put towards the principal, what goes towards the interest, and any additional payments that we make that then go towards that principal as well, and started to track that so that we could see that progress that we're making as we're lowering that principal, getting closer to the $332,000, which is when we can be able to request to drop the PMI. So this graph is what's really motivating and inspiring because it's a little bit of a smaller scale when we're only looking at a $30,000 difference. So you can see that progress much more clearly, and it's much more rewarding to be able to see that as it kind of steadily is declining. So you can see, so from July of 2021 when we first started tracking it, at that point the balance was $358,000. And then now in September, like I mentioned, we are down to $340,000. So that's a really nice decline that you can see. And like I mentioned, the goal was to get that down to the 332. So we currently would still have to pay like a little over $8,000 in order to be able to do that in the next 3 months, 4 months. But like I mentioned, we decided to delay that and not have it be a goal for the end of this calendar year, just kind of knowing that we will still get to that goal and a lot quicker because we do pay a little bit extra regardless of whether it's a high focus goal. We still put an extra $100 towards the principal every single month as part of just kind of our built-in standard payment. So either way, we are speeding up the progress and paying that off. It's just not going to be quite as aggressive as we have been so far this year. We're backing off on that, but we anticipate still being able to get it to the 332 to drop the PMI by the end of next calendar year. So by the end of 2023, just with our normal standard payments with that extra 100, we should easily be able to drop that. And part of the reason that we abandoned that, the PMI is $48. So it's not a huge amount. I think it's more of the principle behind it that you're paying. like an extra insurance on something that's not really necessary. So if we were able to drop that, we wouldn't have that $48. That $48 could then go towards that principal, just helping to pay that off even faster as well. But like I mentioned, we are going to focus on some other priorities and goals at this time. But I just wanted to share because I think that these graphs are super exciting, and I think tracking things in this manner can be very helpful and very motivating to keeping you on track to meeting your goal, whatever that goal might be. I'm a very visual person, so seeing something like this is exciting to me, especially when we're looking at other things like our stocks and things like that, where they're they're just going down, right? Like our net worth is going down because the stock market's going down. So seeing something like this where that mortgage loan is coming down, and that's a positive thing, that we own more equity in our home, is very rewarding. So I just wanted to share that progress and our 2-year kind of update of where we're at with our mortgage, and would be happy to answer any questions, or love to hear from you if you're kind of doing something similar, if you track your mortgage payoff and you're trying to do it a little bit quicker. So that'll do it for me, and I will see you again next time.